All right, this is Math 005 for University of St. Thomas, Lesson 3, Part 3. And I'm covering some materials from 2.1 if you're looking to the book. I do want to work through a problem that is in the book. It's on page number 60, example number 9. And this is, again, one of those cases where we have something in English and we're having to translate it into mathematics, and then we're going to solve for that math. So let's go ahead and get this started. Again, this is on page 60, number 9 example. So it says the sum of 3 consecutive integers is 13 greater than twice the smallest of the 3 integers. Find the integers. So I've got to find all 3. All right, that's one thing to keep in mind. So the sum of 3 consecutive integers. And I'm not sure if everybody knows what consecutive means, but it means one right after the other. 3 consecutive integers. And that means if we were to start, for example, 1, 2, and 3 would be consecutive integers. They're one right after the other. And we're told that those 3 integers are going to be 13 greater than twice the smallest of the 3 integers. And we're asked to find the integers. So let's take a look. I'm going to say let x equal smallest integer. Let x plus 1 equal the middle one. And then let x plus 2 equal largest. All right, so we've got those 3 kind of named, if nothing else. Then we're told that the sum of them, so I'm going to add them together, is 13 more than 2 times the smallest number. So if I have x plus 1, right, this is my middle integer, plus my x plus 2, there's my larger integer, and we're saying it's 13 greater than twice the smallest of the 3 integers. So we're going to go ahead and say, well, twice the smallest, right, that's going to be 2x, and then we're saying that the sum of them is 13 greater than twice the smallest. Well, if this is 13 more than, in order for this to be equal, I have to add 13, right? So there's my 13 greater than 2 times the smallest, and that has to be equal to this. That is one way of approaching this. We could also have written it a little differently, which I expect I will do here in a moment. But I want to make sure everybody's kind of seeing how this plays out. And we're asked to find the integers. Well, I've got my like terms that I can collect. I've got some x's here. I've got some integers that I can collect. And then I can move things around and kind of isolate that x. So I'm going to have an x plus an x plus an x. So I'm going to have a 3x. And then 1 plus 2 is going to get me a 3. So 3x plus 3 is going to equal 2x plus 13. So I'm going to subtract this 3 to the other side. So I'm going to have 3x equals 2x plus 10. And at this point, it should be pretty clear where we're headed with this. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So that's going to leave me with just plain old x, or 1x, right? 2x minus 2x here. So x is going to equal 10, which means that x plus 1 is going to equal 11, and x plus 2 is going to equal 12. Now, we would go ahead and check this, and then I'm going to show you another way we could have set this up. All right, so I'm looking for 10 plus 11 plus 12 to equal 2 times 10 plus 13. And this does in fact become 33. And this 20 plus 13 also gives me 33. So that checks out. That is the correct answer. Now, another way you could have written this, and again, this is one of those, how does it make more sense to you? All right. I'm less concerned with, which way you approach it, and more interested in, can you do this properly? So in this case, I would have said x plus my x plus 1 plus x plus 2 minus 13, because this is 13 more than 2 times x. That is another way you could have set this up, and you would have gotten to the exact same answer. All right? It's just a matter of what makes more sense to you. The big thing is making certain you're attaching the plus 13 or the minus 13 to the right side, and you're actually setting them equal to each other. If they're not equal to each other, this will not work. All right? So I'm going to stop here, and we're going to go ahead. I'll do 1 or 2 more problems from 2.1, and then we're going to move on to 2.2.